What's going on, family? What's going on, family? Yes. What's going on? Put a one in the chat if you can hear. Put a one in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Put a one in the chat. Yes, as you know, former President Donald Trump was just shot. There was an attempt made on his life in Pennsylvania while he was at a rally. Uh, I don't know the circumstances of the shooting, but what I do know is that while he was giving a speech in Pennsylvania, there were shots that rang out, one of which hit former President Trump in the ear. As you can see, when he was shot, he grabbed his ear. Secret Service grabbed him, took him to the floor, but you heard a succession of shots being fired even after he went to the floor. It's not a hoax. I see people saying this was a hoax, it was staged. No, former President Donald Trump was in fact shot. You can see the blood came out immediately. And when people say, oh, it was staged. No, this wasn't staged. He was shot. He was shot in the ear. He's okay. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a breaking news story. Former President Donald Trump was shot. Some may ask, Mr. Byron, where were you at when this happened? Well, I was taping a show. I'm actually one of the judges of a show that was just being taped, and I just left the show. But as we were finishing up on the show, one of the producers came over and said, former President Trump was shot. And I said, no way, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It couldn't be. But sure enough, it was what it was. Former President Donald Trump was in fact shot. He was rushed to a nearby hospital, and as a result, his rally, his campaign was put on a halt. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a developing story. This is a breaking news development story. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Those who are old enough can remember the last time there was an assassination attempt on a former president, and that was Ronald Reagan. There was an attempt on former President Ronald Reagan. They were able to find the person. It was Ronald Reagan, and it was I want to say it was Brady, one of his cabinet members. That one of the people were killed, but he was injured in the shoulder, if I can recall. And then we know there have been attempts on other presidents. John F. Kennedy was assassinated. So I'm not going to jump on and say it was until there's proof to support. Otherwise, I'm going with there was an attempt on his life. Someone may not want to believe that, but there's some sickos out there. There's some sickos out there that will make an attempt. They want to make a name for themselves, and chances are they will probably be caught. They will probably be caught. So the official record is that he was shot. He's been rushed to a neighborhood hospital. We're told that he's okay, and you can see the moment in which he was shot, which is being played right now on TMZ. So you can go to TMZ. It's the lead story on TMZ. I am moving around. I just finished a production, and I'm going to post and give you some more details about what I was doing on the show. I'm one of the judges on a popular show that it's going to be popping, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be popping. With that said, I see comments coming in. Stand by. There is a suspect in custody. Okay, there's a suspect in custody. Okay, thank you for the update. Seeing is not believing. Oh my God. Color you skeptical. I'm gonna call you skeptical. He was grazed by the bullet. He was grazed by the bullet. He grabbed his ear, but had that bullet shifted a little more to the right, it could have hit him. You're not convinced. You're not. You can't believe that someone. Why can't you believe it? People die every day. People get shot every day. Come on. I just can't intellectually say what you're saying. I can't say that. There has to be proof to support that. Right now, someone just said that someone's in custody. Okay, so a person who was grazed by a bullet can't get up and say, I'm okay. I mean, you got to show strength. I know who won't be getting up like that. If they, well, anyway, we ain't going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him. Someone said that no one wants to see him shot in farm country, but that doesn't mean a sniper can't come to farm country. Someone audience was killed. Okay. Medical. Okay. Yeah, I believe it happened. I truly believe it happened. I mean, whatever the effect of him being shot has, that's something separate. But let's not ignore the fact that the man was shot at. He said, don't do that. Well, don't do what? What do you mean, don't do what? Someone said conveniently grazed his ear. How's that conveniently? How about just it grazed his ear? Come on now, stop it. Stop it. Hold on. Someone's trying to text me. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Just in time for. Come on. Listen, stop it. Listen, stop it. I believe it happened too. The shooter is dead. Okay. I'm trying to put intellectually and Trump in the same sentence. The shooter is dead. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. How do you, let me ask you a question in the comments section. I want to ask a real question. How many of you ever been shot? 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 I was. I was grazed and I had an injury on the gun range, but I was grazed in the hood. Right. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you for the update. There you go. Well, my point is that when I was grazed, I didn't fall to the ground. I didn't know I was grazed until I felt the burn. So my point is, so people react differently. Each person's anatomy is different. Each person's response is different. So my point is, you cannot tell someone that they're supposed to act a certain way. That's the point I'm trying to make. Some of you have never been hit before. Some of you have never been in a fight. Some of you just watch it on TV. You have never been in a real battle. So, for those who have never, ever experienced real pain, physical pain, don't tell someone who has. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so that's what happened. That's the breaking news. Now, here's the other breaking news. So, let's see if I can share this. I probably can't share this here. So your guy appeared on a show with the lovely Jessica White, and I'm one of the judges on her show. She has a modeling show, something similar to what Tyra Banks had. And those who don't know who Jessica White is, you might want to Google her. She's a high fashion model that was on a reality show. She was also connected to Nick Cannon. But we are on the show together, and we taped today, and it was pretty dope, and it was dope. Thank you. I'm going to post a picture, and I'll have video from BT behind the scenes, some of the stuff I can release. I will be posting that on the community wall sometime today. So I want you guys to check it out. Yeah, definitely go check it out. I will be posting up real soon. Hey, listen, I could go from Trump to pizza. I could go from Trump to hamburgers. I could go Trump to a steakhouse. I could go. This is my channel. I can do what the hell I want. Thank you, PW. Thank you, sweet and sexy. You went from Trump to hit that boy. I tell you, you funny. Right. There was enough bullets that rang out. Yo was saying, and no one else got hit. There are people that got hit. You spelled congratulations. You spelled it. Don't tell me you can't spell it. Stop it, shady lady. You spelled it. You spelled it. So it was pretty dope. We had I think we had probably 150 models. Oh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, well, he experienced some violence today. He experienced some violence today. And they're gonna know they're gonna find out as much as they can about this person. They're gonna find out as much as they can about this person, what motivated him or her. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Man, I got the call. Let me tell you the backstory. I got the call from an industry person that knew my background and said, "Hey, we're taping for this show. We want you to be a part of it." I said, "Little me?" I said, "Yes." And I sent them the bio. They got the background. And then we did a screen test. One take. They gave me one take. I only had one take. They gave me one take and we just went in. That's it. They said, "You don't have to shoot no more. You did good. Let's go." That was pretty dope. Absolutely. Definitely. Some parts, I had to turn up on a few of them. I'll be honest with you. I had turned up on a few of them. As a matter of fact, I even, prior to the actual show taping, I interviewed Jessica White. I interviewed her. Pretty dope interview too. I'm going to release that this weekend, but it was a pretty dope interview as well. It's just pretty cool. They cut the interview short because we were in production, but we had a significant amount of questions answered. But I had like 20 questions lined up for. I got 10 of them in. So hopefully we'll be able to do a follow-up. Oh, yes. To the east side, I got my George Jefferson walk down pat. I got my George Jefferson walk down pat, but George Jefferson was a small guy. Rest in peace to Sherman Hemsley. Oh, my goodness. Oh, let me get to some real things. You know what's interesting? I heard an interview. See, I'm glad a lot of people are not in here. I heard an interview that she did. And it was in a Christian, I guess it's a Christian channel. So they were asking her a series of questions. And I don't know who saw the interview, but it was like a Christian channel. And she was they were asking her, "So how'd you get into media and talk to us about some of the stories you covered?" And which was kind of interesting because she referenced two stories that literally were my stories. She never mentioned, and that was the Tyrese and the Cardi B story. And I give her credit. She did come to Cardi B and no different than Lead and the other ones. But the Tyrese, that was all. Like, come on. Like, you really just threw Tyrese in there? Like, really? Come on. Don't, you come on. Then you said the man was crying. The man was never crying. He wasn't crying. Never cried at the courthouse. Never cried at the courthouse. So I'm like, okay, you don't really have to lie about that. He didn't cry. But you did that anyway. I don't know why you said that, but that was just crazy. Then soon as I had put in the comment section, I said, "Tyrese never cried. Why are you saying that?" But notice that person never credits anyone for assisting her. Right, but that man never cried. And that was a lie. He never cried. Then she threw the lead attorney in and said, "Well, lead attorney's not going to say that man cried because he know that man never cried." So he gets in front of, just think about this. Tyrese gets in front of the lead attorney and start crying. No, he wasn't crying. The courtroom wasn't crying nowhere. That man's, and I talked to Tyrese in the hallway. He let me, listen, he let me know how he felt about the case. And obviously you can see him on camera. On camera. He never cried on camera. Only person, let's see, who cried in the courtroom? It wasn't Tyrese. Now, reason why I knew about the interview, because someone sent the link to me. I was literally pressure washing the back of the house, and someone sent me the link, and I looked at it. And he had probably about 100, 200 people on it. So when I got into the comment section, apparently people that was watching it from our platform said, "Oh hell no, Turtleneck is here." I'm like, turtleneck. That's the name they gave me, turtleneck. I don't know what, my neck's not even turtleneck. Like, what the heck? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, turtleneck? But it was funny. It was funny. And I told the I screenshot it, and I told the interviewer that I would do a recap on the interview. I would do a recap on it. And then he said, what he said in the interview, he said, I sent her the questions in advance. I'm like, wow. I never send questions in advance. As a journalist, I make it a policy not to send questions in advance. I let them know what the overall interview is about, but I never send questions in advance. You know why? Because when you send questions in advance, you allow that person to, not to say everyone would do it, but you give that person the opportunity to manufacture their answers. So that's why I don't send questions in advance. And I may have had a few publicists to request to know what questions that I'm going to ask in advance, but I tend to don't do that. Because if you're a good publicist, you're going to prep your client to be prepared for the interviews. You're going to prepare your client to be prepared for the type of interview. It's, say, for example, you have a book coming out. Well, I'm going to ask you questions surrounding your book, some of your background, what motivates you to write the book, just questions that will help people be more interested in your book. We did Trump already. We finished that. You come to the party late, you got to go and pull the rewind button. We done talked about that already. You're late. How you going to show up late and say, I thought you were talking about, we done with Trump. We done with Trump already. We talked about that already. My goodness. Don't you hate when people come late? I thought you were going to talk about Trump. I want you to talk about Trump. I talked about Trump already. You got to pull that playhead back and listen. Listen. Wait a minute. I got to get up out of this parking lot. I'm in the parking lot. I'm in where we was taped at. We were taping in a hotel in Buckhead. Oh, you had a hurricane. D, where you at? Where you had a hurricane at? Do I need to get up out of here? Okay. You had a hurricane. What the heck going on here? Heavens to Megatroid. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Texas. Oh, yeah. I heard about Texas. Oh, my God. They said the power wouldn't be coming back on for a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm getting the text messages. That fake blood. Boy. Listen up. I gotta bounce. 6 days, no electricity, no traffic. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's tragic. That's tragic. So for all you people who saying that was fake, slap yourself. There are 2 people dead. Stop it. Shame on you. Shame on you for saying that was fake. Shame on you. It was real. And you need to repent for saying some weird stuff like that. I'm out.